Welcome back, dear students. So today we'll be continuing with the chapter on area of a trapezium and a polygon. Okay, and in the exercise 20b, we'll be looking at again two very important and familiar figures known as rectangle and square. Okay, so all of you are familiar with the shape of a square, isn't it? Shape of a rectangle, isn't it? So this is a rectangle where this is your length denoted by L, this is your breadth denoted by B, and this is your diagonal. This is called diagonal. Okay, and diagonal is represented as D. So for this rectangle, your perimeter formula is this one. Okay, so this is your perimeter formula, this is your area formula, and this is your diagonal formula. Okay, so which you need to note down in your copy. Similarly, there are perimeter and area formula for square. Now in case of square, all the sides will be equal. So basically, square is also a kind of rectangle where the length and breadth, they are equal to each other. Okay, now the perimeter formula, okay, perimeter formula is this one, where A stands for length of each side, area formula will be a square, and the length of the diagonal. So diagonal means this particular length. Okay, so this length is called your diagonal, and diagonal is given by this particular formula. Okay, a root 2. This is root 2, remember. Okay, so these are the formula that you need to note down in your copy. So you may pause the video and note down these formula in your copy. Let's see the first question. So question says, find the length and perimeter of a rectangle whose area is 120 centimeter square and breadth is given to be 8 centimeter. So given is, so let's say the solution. So given is length. Do we have length? No, we don't have length. So breadth. Is the breadth given to us? Yes. So breadth is given to be 8 centimeter, and area is given to be 120 centimeter square. So it is 120 centimeter square. Now for a rectangle, since they are talking about a rectangle, what is the formula for area? Area is length into breadth, right? So length into breadth is given to be 120. So let's put the value. Length, do we have length? No, so let me keep it as it is. Breadth, so breadth is given to be 8, right? So we have 120. So L, you keep it here, bring this 8 to the denominator. Okay, so you get 120 by 8, right? So 120 by 8, when you divide, you get exactly 15. Okay, so do the cancellation, you get 15. So we got the length, isn't it? So therefore we say that length is 15 centimeter. So this is my one of the answer. Okay, so this is my one of the answer. Now next is you need to find the perimeter. So perimeter is given by, the formula is 2 into L plus B, right? So 2 into length. What is L? L is 15 plus breadth. What is breadth? Breadth is given to be 8, right? So we have 2 into 15 plus 8 is 23. So multiply these two, you get your answer to be 46 centimeter. Okay, so these two are your answer for this particular question. So you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's have another question now. Here, diagonal of the rectangle is given. Okay, so given is diagonal. So diagonal of the rectangle, remember. So diagonal is given to be 34 centimeter. And what is given? Breadth is given. So breadth is given to be 16 centimeter. Now you have to find length and its area. Now what is the formula for finding diagonal for a rectangle? Remember again. So your formula was root over L square plus B square is equals to 34. Okay, now let's put the value. So see here carefully. We have square root sign, right? So let's get rid of square root sign. So for that we need to square both sides. So let's square both sides. So squaring both sides. So let's see what do we get. So when you square, this square root sign vanishes. Okay, remember square root sign vanishes. So you get L square plus B square is equals to 34 square. Okay, let's put the value L. Do we have L given to us? No, we need to find L. So next is breadth. So L is not given, so breadth is given to be 16. So it becomes 16 square is equals to 34 square. Now let's evaluate. So L square plus we have 16 square, which is 256. 34 square, so find 34 square, you get 1156. Okay, 34 square is 34 into 34, which is 1156. So bring it over there. So you get L square is equals to 1156 minus 256, which is 900. Okay, so therefore your length, okay, length will be, so you want to get rid of square root sign, square sign, so that's why you have to find square root. So it becomes square root of 900. Okay, so L will be root over 900, which is 30. So what we got just now, we got the length, right? So therefore number 1, length is 30 centimeter. Number 2, we need to find area, right? So area will be equals to, you know, area is length into breadth. So length is 30, breadth is 16, right? So 3 6 is 18, carried over 1 3. Okay, so this turns out to be 480 centimeter square. Remember, unit of area is centimeter square. So this is your answer for this particular question. Pause the video and note down your solution. Let's move to the next question. So in this question, the area of a small rectangular plot is 84 meters square. So basically given is area of the rectangle, area of the rectangle. So how much is given? Area of the rectangle is given to be 84 meters square. Okay, so this is one thing given to us. Next thing that is given to us is, difference between length and breadth is 5 meter. Okay, and it is given that length minus breadth. Okay, difference between length and breadth is given to be 5 meter. Okay, so from here what we can do is, we can take L is equals to, take this B over there, so you have 5, so you get 5 plus B. Okay, now you need to find the perimeter, right? Now remember, area is given to be 84, right? Now in place of area, can I write L into B? Can I write L into B? Yes. So we have 84. Okay, so we have L is how much? L is 5 plus B into, we have B, right? So this is 84. Now open the bracket. So 5 into B is 5B plus B into B is B square. So bring this out here. So you, okay, let me keep it like this only. Now let us rearrange this one. So let me write B square in front and 5B later. We have minus 84 equals to 0. Okay, now in such case, what you need to do is, you have to do middle term break factorization. Okay, so we have already learned the chapter on factorization, right? So on the basis of that, we will be using middle term break here. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay, so what we will do here is, we will break this 5. Okay, so B minus 84 equals to 0. Okay, since you have got sign minus, we will write minus sign here. Okay, now you have to find two numbers. You have to find two number whose difference is 5 and whose product is going to be 84. Okay, so for that to find, what we will do is, we will do the rough work here. Okay, so we will factorize 84. So let's factorize with 2, so 2 4s are 8, so 42. Again with 2 gives you 21. Okay, so again with 3 gives you 7. Okay, so let's see the difference. What kind of difference can we make? So for 4, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. 12 minus 7 is how much? It's exactly 5, right? So that's why here I'll write 12 minus 7. Okay, so when we open the bracket, what do we get? Let's see. So we get b square plus 12b minus 7b minus 84 equals to 0. Okay, so you just need to open the bracket. Now what is common in between them? B is common, so you take b common, you get b plus 12, right? So from here you see minus 7 is common, so b is, when you take 7 outside, you are left with b. Now when minus comes out, you know this minus becomes plus. Now from 84, 7 is gone, so you get only 12, right? So you get only 12. So 12 is equals to 0. Now you see b plus 12, b plus 12. So take out b plus 12 common. So you are left with b here, and here you get minus 7 equals to 0. Okay. So see, here what happens is the product of two numbers is becoming 0. Now you know the product of two number will be 0 if either this is 0, either b plus 12 is 0, or this is 0, that is b minus 7 is 0. Now from this part, what is b? B turns out to be minus 12 when you bring it over there, or from here the value of b turns out to be 7 when minus 7 goes over there. Now is this possible? See, b is breadth and it is turning out to be negative, right? So can my breadth be negative? No, right? So that's why my value for breadth, okay, value for breadth will be 7. Okay, since you can write b cannot be negative, you can give this reason. Okay, right? So we got our breadth. Okay, now see here carefully, we got our breadth. Okay, now in order to find perimeter, let's find length also. Okay, so therefore your length will be, L is going to be 5 plus b, b is 7, so it is how much? It is 12. So therefore at last we will find the perimeter. Okay, so therefore perimeter, so perimeter will be, so use the formula 2 into L plus b. Okay, put the value of L and b. So we have 2 into L is 12 plus b, b is 7. Okay, so this turns out to be, just wait a minute, so we have this one. So just simplify this. So 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 into 2 is exactly 38. Okay, so that's why your answer will be 38. What will be the unit here? Unit is meter, because you are dealing with meter. So that's why your perimeter will be 38 meter in this case. Pause the video and note down your solution. Let's move to next easy question. Now you need to find the perimeter of a square whose area is given to be 1.69 meters square. Okay, so area of the square is given to be 1.69 meters square, right? Now you know formula for finding area is a square for square, remember. Okay, so a square is 169 by 100. Can I say that? Yes. So from here a, okay, a will be the square root of 169 by 100. Okay, so square root of 169 is 13 and square root of 10 is 100 is 10. So it turns out to be 1.3. Okay, so the value of a turns out to be 1.3. Okay, now you are asked to find the perimeter of the square. So therefore perimeter, you know perimeter formula is 4a, right? So it is 4a. So 4 into a is 1.3, right? So this turns out to be, when you multiply it becomes 5.2 centimeter. I'm sorry, this will be meter. 5.2 meter. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's move on to next question. One more question. The diagonal of a square. So diagonal given is diagonal. Okay, so diagonal of the square is given to be 15 meter. So what is the formula for diagonal? Formula for finding diagonal is a root 2, remember. So a root 2 is 15. So from here, what is a? Bring this root 2 to the denominator, it becomes 15 by root 2. Now you need to find length of one of its side. So we got our one side. So this is one of the answer. Now you need to find the perimeter, right? So we have perimeter. See here carefully. So perimeter is, so formula is 4a, right? So it becomes 4 into a is 15 by root 2. Okay, so you can write meter here also. So it is meter. So when you multiply, it becomes 15 into 4 is 60, right? So it becomes 60 by root 2. Or else if you want to simplify this further, what you can do is you can multiply with root 2 to the both numerator and denominator. So when you do that, it becomes 60 into root 2 is 60 root 2. 2 into 2, root 2 into root 2 becomes 2. So these two can cancelled, right? So these two gets cancelled. So that's why your answer or the perimeter becomes 30 root 2 meter. Okay, so pause the video and note down the solution. Let's have the last question. So which says the length of the rectangle is 16 centimeter and its perimeter is equal to the perimeter of the square with side 12.5 centimeter. Okay, so for rectangle, what is given is, for rectangle, length is given. Okay, so only length is given, which is 16 centimeter. Okay, and for square, each side is given. Okay, each side means a is given to be 12.5 centimeter. Okay, now it is given that its perimeter is equal to the perimeter of the square, right? That is, according to question, perimeter of the rectangle is equal to perimeter of the square. Perimeter of the square. That's all is given. Okay, now let's put the value or formula. Perimeter formula for rectangle is 2 into L plus B is equals to perimeter formula of square is 4a, right? Now let's put the value. So bring this 2 to the denominator. You get L plus B is equals to 4a by 2, which is 2a, right? This 2 gets cancelled, so you get 2a. Now let's put the value. L is given to be 16, B is not given, 2 into A is given to be 12.5. Okay, so multiply these two. 2 into 12.5 will be exactly 25. So from here, what is B? B will be 25 minus 16, which is 9. Okay, now we got the value of L and B. You need to find the area of rectangle. So therefore, area of the rectangle, so formula is L into B, right? What is L? L is 16, and what is breadth? Breadth is 9. Okay, so let's multiply. 6 9s are 54. So 9 1s are 9 plus 5 is 14. So that's why your answer turns out to be 144 centimeter square. So this is your area of the rectangle. So with this, we close for the day and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you very much.